Mommy. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to call up our vice president. Our vice president, so behind the scene, in front, everywhere, he has been so supportive. And there's no way we can talk about 25 years without stressing. If mommy said it all the support from the home office, all the support from the management team, the support from our VP, and also the support and the work that we are all putting together. So it's time now for us to listen to our VP, who is going to tell us how important it is that Nigeria live up to expectation, and how important it is that we innovate and work together as a team. JB, you have the floor.
I have put the sound.
Yes,
so
you can hear.
Thank you, Daniel. And we are talking about the VP. I think that the main thing that we need to remember is that I am JB Amichia, so Jean-Baptiste. And when I started in the business, it was so complicated for the US to say Jean-Baptiste, because, you know, that's the French way to pronounce it, that after a few days, they asked me, do you mind if we say JB, because that's easier for us? So that's why now in the company, when you talk about me, people know me as JB. So they will ask you, when you go to some place, oh, ask a JB. So remember JB, because the VP, we are several VPs, but if you say JB, people know who we are talking to. So I would like to thank Susan, because she is the vivid example of two words that I would like to use when we celebrate 25 years of Forever in Nigeria. The first word that I will use is trust. She can talk now in front of you because we trust her. She can now come in front of you and talk, because without trust, you cannot be there 25 years later in front of the people. So, and she has built this trust because she used to tell the truth. Because when you tell the truth, you don't have to hide. You can go everywhere because truth is there. So we know, we as African, when you come with a new thing, the main things that we need, can I trust you? And when we come with Forever in the lives of the people, in front of the people, main question is, can I trust you? Can I trust you? So we need to build this trust. Everything we have done during these 25 years are there. So there is not a single incentive in Forever that a Nigerian have not known. We are the country in Nigeria who has the biggest number of achievers the marketing plan, from preferred customer to double diamond. In Africa, you have the biggest number of GEM managers. So you know everything. Knowledge is there. Experience is there. Knowledge, you know how to get there. From starting in the company to the GLT, that means the global leadership team. So knowledge is there. Experience is there. But what remains after 25 years? When you meet with the people, the same question remains. Can I trust you? Can I believe in what you are saying? Can I believe in your promises? So trust the key. So when you are in a company like Forever, and after these 40, 47, 48 years now, Forever has been built on trust. And trust because it's the truth. And if you don't know, you know how to tell the truth, be compliant. Because everything has been built so that this company can last forever. So, for 25 years, Susan, you show us how it's good to invest in trust, telling the truth, and be compliant. That's why 25 years later, you are here. You have built solid foundation. And we know that this business is a personal business. We are talking to people. And when you have the chance to be the most populated country in Africa with you 235, or depending how people calculate, but 235 million, that means the most populated country in Africa. Why we say in other countries, we say Nigeria, they don't have to make efforts, because if you succeed in Lagos, it's more than most of the countries. 21, 22 million in Lagos. When you're in Africa, a lot of countries don't reach that level. So it can succeed maybe in Koi, and you have enough wealthy people in Koi to make you to succeed in your business. So Nigeria has everything. You have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the population, you have the wealth. What do we need now? You have the experience. And when I was preparing that with Daniel, I went to something that I love culture, and people know that. And something struck me in the proverbs that you have in Nigeria. When say, when a king's palace burns down, the rebuilt palace is more beautiful. Yeah. When the king's palace burns down, the rebuilt palace is more beautiful. Yeah, we have been there. Nigeria has been number 4 in the world. So how do we rebuild? First of all, let's look back and thank Rex for the vision, for the lasting vision, based on something very powerful that is beyond the money, beyond the building, beyond the cars, beyond the travels. It's the power forever, is the power of love. And we love people. We want them to be who they want to be, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their color, skin, irrespective of their origin. We love them, and to love is to meet the needs. That we need to listen to them, to listen and to understand what do they need, what are the goals. So thank you to Rex for the vision, and thank you to Rex because he has prepared the succession. So now we are led by Greg, and Greg has started by learning the company from the bottom, being in the warehouse and going everywhere to have the knowledge, the experience. But Greg has also the experience of meeting with the people. So he knows, when you talk about Nigeria, he knows Nigeria. When you talk about South Africa, he knows South Africa. Not the South Africa, not the country of the books. He knows the people. He can talk, oh, how is John? How is Susan? How is Omar? He has names, he has faces. It means that he has this personal contact with the people. So when we talk about our business is, can we give names? Can we put faces? Can we put flesh? Can we put blood? Can we put emotion on what we are doing? It's not about CCs, it's about lives. So thank you to Greg. And Greg has shown us that it's not just a family business. He said that if we want to go further, I need competent and trustful people. And said, Aiden, now you're going to lead because I need to take some the vision back. So I need to go further. So I don't know, I cannot be on the day-to-day operations. So I need you. So he said, Aiden, come with me. And also, when you look at, for those who are following the company, they see that Andrew, the son of Greg, is involved, that Sierra is involved in the foundation. So they are trading. And if you don't know them, you go in the rallies and you see this guy with the team delivering the bags at the registration. Yes, they are the son of the boss. the owner of the company. But they are doing this because they love and they do whatever they can do to make people happy. Thank you to Garen, because Garen used to be IT, sales, and taking care of the US. Now he's taking care of Africa. And he came to South Africa, he came to Senegal, he came to Ivory Coast to feel Africa, to dance in Africa, to hear the songs, to meet with the people. And now he understands better Africa. Thank you to Gary. And Gary had been in Nigeria, because it's not just sending products, it's also meeting the people who are going to use the product. So 25 years of forever in Nigeria, 48 years in forever in the world. Yes, Nigeria is the second country where the product came. And from Nigeria, a lot of companies, a lot of countries have learned. The buildings they came to Nigeria to learn how to set up the buildings. Things have moved. And now, what remains? Trust, truth, compliance. That's where we can build, because everything can be moving. We can change the building. We can change the place where we are. The technology can make so that we don't have only physical meeting, we have also digital meeting. So the tools can change. But what remains? Trust, truth, and compliance. When I receive an order by email, can I trust it? When I receive an order, a payment, can I trust it? Who placed the order? So it's key that we build that trust. And how can we build it? First of all, we know that the company is built on the products. Do we trust the products? That means, do we use them on every day? I'm talking about the tooth gel. Can I use them? Can people can tell me, oh, how does you feel when you use your tooth gel? How do you feel when you drink the gel? How do you feel when you take the multi-marker? How do you feel when can you talk about it? Because from the inside, because you have the experience of the product. That's how you build trust. And I'm just listening to all the characteristics, the scientific proof. Do you use them? Do you trust them enough to put them in your mouth? Do you trust them enough to put them on your skin? Do you use them every day? Because all our products is daily use. How many products are you using? So that you can talk about them from the internal, from the inside, from your experience, your personal experience. No experience of the product, they're just talking, so I cannot trust you. They're asking me to put these pills in my mouth, but you don't dare to do this. Why can't I trust you? Products are key. So the knowledge of the product is not just listening and going to university and reading books. It's from your own experience. And then you can enhance your knowledge by reading books so that you know better how to present them. But what people will remind is the trust coming from your mouth. Because even if they don't understand by the brain, they will understand by the heart. Because they say, oh, this guy, I don't understand all that he's saying, but what I feel is that he's using the product. So I'm going to use it also. So first of thing, build your trust by using the products. Build the trust by telling the truth. Not everyone is double diamond, triple diamond. Not everyone is manager. So you at your level in the company. Maybe you are just an assistant supervisor making $50 a month. Tell the truth. Yes, I've been in this company since 2 weeks, and I sell the product, and here is how much I make. And I know the difficulties, but here's how much I make. That's my story. But my sponsor is doing better because he has other skills. Tell the truth so that you don't have to remind, what did I tell to JB? What did I tell to Daniel? What did I tell to Suzanne or to Jacqueline? No, because every time you'll tell the truth. So tell the truth and experience things. So and be compliant, because One being compliant is also to protect the company. We are fortunate that this company is open to everyone, not to the specialists of health. We are in the wellness business, and everyone can use and sell the product. So if we don't tell that we are not compliant to this medical claim is doctors. They study for that. They can do the diagnosis, but they are specialists of that. We are not doctors as forever business owner. We can be doctors as professional, but we are not doctors as forever business owner. So let's the professional of the health do their job. But we, because they use the product, we can share our experience and invite people to do the same. So that's key to be compliant on medical claims. It's key to be compliant on income claims. Yeah, not everyone make thousands of dollars a month. Not everyone has a car bought by Forever. Not everyone has gone to the chairman bonus. Not everyone has traveled with the rally. But what is your experience? Is it $5? Is it $10? Is it $100? How did you get there? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work before you get there. It's a lot of work on yourself because you have to fight against this fear of rejection before you go to someone and propose this funny product. You know, you are going to say to someone, this bottle, 1 liter of drink costs so much. And they can say, no, are you fool? Why do you want me to put so many dollars in this drink? Fear of rejection. So don't just oversee that. Because before people go to someone else to propose the bride, the tooth gel, you have to overcome this. So tell the people, yes, you'll find rejection. And we know the numbers. You'll talk to 100 people, only 10 will show, and maybe only 1 will start the business. Yes, but when you have population of 235 million, of course, if you have 1 out of 100 who say yes, it's already 2 million people. It's more than Gabon, the 1% of Nigeria. 1%. See, if 1 out of 100 are saying yes to your business, it's 2 million people. Can you imagine that? 1 after 100. But it says also that it means that 99 will say no. Are you prepared to that? That's why when Susan was talking about self-development, it's key to be prepared to receive 99 no's before you get 1 yes. Yes. But when you know that's the truth, you don't mind. You say, okay, it's okay now, because I know that when you say no, it's had nothing to be personal. You say no to my proposal. You are not ready. Maybe I didn't come at the right time. But I know that before I go out from Nigeria, I have a potential of, if I take 1%, of 2 million people who can say yes. And if these 2 million people, let's talk in a forever way. If 2 million people are taking care of their wellness, what does that mean for the families? What does that mean for the example? That might, okay, 2 million families. If 2 million families, and we know how it is, 2 million families with 10 people in each family, there are 20 million people. It's already 10%. And this can spread. So trust is the key investment. And you can have trust because you use the product. You can have trust because you learn, you train yourself to increase your knowledge, to know how to talk about this product, how to express your emotion, how to share, how to know the culture of the people, what matters most to them. I know that when I'm talking Hausa or to an Igbo or to a Yoruba, they have not the same culture. But if I know, I will point out, I will listen, and I will understand what Master must, the house are living in Kano. The environment is different. If I am in Port Harcourt, the environment is different. If I'm in Lagos, the environment is different. Even in Lagos, if I am in Keja or I am in Koi, environment is different. So I need to understand, to learn every day. So trust, truth, compliance. Because when I'm compliant, I'm protecting the company. You know that if you have only 1% of the people who achieve something, you cannot tell to 100 people that everyone will achieve it. You will achieve it if you do the right things, if you work hard, if you meet the right people, if you train yourself. So what can we learn from these 25 years? It's important that you have the people around you that you can trust. They have gone all these process. They have these facilities. What are the fields where you can learn? And you have everything already in Nigeria. First, you need to know the product. Whatever you have in the warehouse, use them. Of course, in the past, you have this training on skincare and beauty. Of course, it was. But you know how to learn. So maybe today, you will have to learn new skills. You have been all, you need to understand what are the rules. You are in the business. There is a company policy. A company policy is not just rules to prevent people to do things. It's a business plan. The company policy is a guide to success. It means that if you just want to spend money on your wellness, just find an FBO and it will provide you with a product in wellness and beauty. We are not selling cars, we are selling wellness products. Yeah. If you want to make some saving, you will share some of your data so that you can become a preferred customer and save 5% on your purchase. You want to have more, do what is necessary. That means you take cases in 2 months and you will get 30% discount. But doesn't mean because you did that you want to be an FBO. Just want to be just a customer with 30% discount. You are a customer. And then the company policy will tell you, if you want to make money, here is the next step is to be an FBO. That you use the product and you retail. And when you sponsor, so you can make the money by retailing and selling also by recruiting and do the same to the people. And if, according to what you want to do, the volume will bring you more money because you get the 5% if you are assistant supervisor, then you're 8% because you are supervisor and you build a team. But all this, if you want to have a sustainable way, is built on trust. Because you can't capitalize when what you have done in the past remain. And it remains because people can trust you, because they can feel your integrity, because you do what you say and you say what you do. You tell what you do. Yes, even when nobody's watching you, you do the right things. Because always someone will see, will know what you are doing. So let's go over that. So now, and we have the three things that we know that technically help us to build that business. First, use a product. Second, retail. Then you recruit. So you recruit your customer, recruit you. And when you recruit, retain. The retention because you listen to people, because you do the follow-up, the right follow-up, and because you have a good service. That means that you deliver when it's available. You tell the truth. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Don't promise. And tell the truth. Because our products are not there to diagnose and to treat. Yes, of course, you can have phenomenal result by using the product. But we are not doctors. We're not selling medicines. who are selling food supplement and skincare product and personal care product. You don't need to oversell. Let people realize that they feel better because they use the product. They look better because they use the product, and they feel safe because no one, they can give it to their family, they can give it to their friend without no one coming back because you oversold the product. Tell the truth. Let people change their lives because they start working according to the company policy, doing the right things, doing the amount of work needed so that day after day, because they retail and they retain and people trust them and they do a second purchase, a third purchase, a fourth purchase, because they do this, then increase. And because they do the right thing, the basis of customers will grow because people will tell, oh, you think JB has a nice product. And since I take this product, I feel better. So I encourage you to do the same. And from one to the others, because they feel well, they can testimony. And these testimony are powerful. It's not about what you are telling, it's what people are experiencing. And because you know, because you love them, because you want them to be well for the long term, and you give them what they needed. So you build that. And because you train people to use the product and to retail, your community of your network will grow with people changing their life and changing the life of others. So you see that we have these three topics when we talk about the four core that are really the technical organization of our business. So the four core will be the recruitment, the retention, the productivity, that means how many products we use, and development. How do we grow along the marketing plan? But beside that, we have this, so this will help us to grow. But when we grow, we say, what are the other pillars of growth? So growth with the technical aspect. Now, what are the pillars? We are in the wellness. So the key word now that you will hear from Aidan, from Greg, and from the executive committee from forever is wellness. We want to build our growth on wellness. And wellness is the balance of life. Have you a balanced life between your activities and your personal life? Do you take time for social life? Do you take time for that? Are you taking care of yourself by using the product, the right products? You have the knowledge of the product. That's key. Because if you want to give the best of yourself to others, you need to take care of yourself. It's not just to be selfish, it's respect for the others. Because you cannot come to the others without being well. So when we say do your personal consumption, it's a respect for the others. It's not just an obligation. How can you go to the others if you don't feel well? To take care of yourself. And people who travel by plane know that. Before you give you take care of the others, just use your what is needed, your salvage. That's good. So wellness. Wellness is not only mental health and well-being and balanced life, it's also the use of the products. Use the product so that you are well. You feel well and you look well. The second thing is that when we talk about your network, let's talk about community. Community. And it's something that we know in Africa. Is there something new? So our strengths in Africa, we can say that we are forwards to the rest of the world because we already have the experience of the community. We have the experience and we know how powerful it is to live in community, to work together. So wellness, we know. So we can teach the rest of the world what it means to have a strong community of language, community of beliefs, a common goal, and common profits, common benefits, not only for one person, but for the community. I do think because the community will benefit. I behave well because I want to protect the community. So we know how it works in our African communities. People have good behaviors because they don't want to hurt the community. The same, when we look at the company policy is this binding for the community. Let's have common rules. Let's respect the common rule, because by respecting the common rules, we protect the whole community. By not doing the income claims, we are protecting the community, because people won't remind JB, who says that these people are forever, they are doing the wrong things, forever. We are all forever business owner, irrespective of our names. We are talking on behalf of forever. So being compliant is protecting the whole community, and community is key. So how do we build the community? On solid foundation. If we are here 25 years later, it's because people like Susan build the right things that we can come 25 years later. You have seen that few people say that I've just started in forever. So when you come 25 years later, it's because we have this solid foundation. They're not physical foundation, they're values. Values want to create a profitable environment where people can be with dignity, be who they want to be. Of course, we put fun also in that, but we want people to be who they want to be. A profitable world, not financially only. It's just meeting their goals. So setting goals will be key. So we build solid foundation on wellness, on community. And when Suzanne and Daniel and all people say that we are talking about finance, yes, everything you do, if you do correctly, is rewarded. If you are an assistant supervisor and you move to supervisor, you are going to have 3% on your purchase. You did your part, the company said, okay, you did your part, now here is extra 3% on your purchase for your personal consumption. So you are saving money when you grow. Going to managers, that's saving 18% on your personal consumption. So you are buying less and you are making more profit. You want to do more, you can go all the way to the chairman bonuses. So the company is committed to make sure that the FBO can make the maximum of money. Yes, but we can do it forever if we are also financially wise as a company, so that we can, every 15th of the month, pay what you need to pay, that we can invest in the product so that you have the right innovation, that we can import, you can produce with the highest quality. So it means that we need to run the company with financial wisdom. So the profitability is not just for the FBO to make the maximum of money, it's also for the company to be run wisely so that we can provide and that we don't go bankrupt. So you will see some decision that need courage to say, if you want to meet and to have all the means to run the company and to provide the quality product, we need to do that. So finance is getting the money and using the money wisely. It's also for each of us to think of to let some money for, because we know that our business is there is ups and downs. So also to use wisely the money that we earn. So it means that we need to learn how to use wisely. What does that mean to have investment? What does that mean to when we earn, when we sell? What do we need to have our stock of products, and what can I spend and what can we save? So finance. So the three words that you see for these years and the years to come, besides growth, we need to grow. That's not discutable. It's really the engine. Grow with all the technical, and you'll see that the growth needs also tools. So the investment in the digital has been key, and all the countries that we know are growing are investing massively in digital, because the digital don't change the message but give you more power to reach more people, not only in your country, but around the world. And you know that when you are present in 150 countries around the world, with the digital, you can meet and can reach them. That's the power. So know your product, know the business, use the tools, and be compliant. That's key. So what can we learn from countries? Because I have the privilege to go in this 9 region in Africa and almost 24, 26 countries. What can we learn from this country? First of all, the dream big. To dream big. So the sky is the limit. By your brain, success starts here. You need to have this growth mindset that you can learn everything. And we have the example. Again, I come back to Susan, and that, okay, I have to learn digital, I have to learn how to download the picture, how to download the video. And yes, you learn every day. So if you are teachable, if you have the growth mindset, you will learn every day. New subjects, new ways to do the business. Even if you don't change the values, be trustful, tell the truth, be compliant. That doesn't change. The tools can change, but these values don't change. So what do we learn? First, these countries dream big. When they dream big, they have a plan, a process. So they have powerful process. And what are the basis of this process? Know the products, know the business, know the tools. Know the products, know the business, know the tools. And when you have the process, then you have to execute. It's what you do that makes you. You are not a runner if you don't run. Not about knowing how to run. What makes you a runner is because you run. So in forever, what makes you what to do. So if you do something once a year, you have only one experience. If you do it every month, we'll do it 12 times. If you do it every week, you'll do it 52 times. If you do it every day, you'll do it 365 times. And we know that repetition is pedagogic. So the more you do, the more knowledge and the more experience you get. It's just like when a pilot doesn't take that, I've been a pilot for 20 years. They will ask him, how many hours did you fly? Not that I've been pilot for 10 years. How many hours? In forever, how many presentations did you do? Product presentation, business presentation. How many products are you using? Well, almost between 50 and 100 products. How many of these products have you used? Only 2, 5? How can you be successful if you know only 5 out of 50? So that's 10% of the product. So how many products do you use? How many presentation? How many product presentation of the business? How many people did you invite? And how often you do that? So the successful FBOs, the successful countries, they will have this weekly agenda. Weekly. That means that every week they want to make sure that in the week they will do trainings on the product, training on the business, training on the tools. They will execute every week. They will execute. That means they will do product presentation, they will do business presentation every week. Every day, they will have activities on this. That means every day, why do I learn? What do I do for myself? What do I eat? How do I exercise? What do I feed my brain? How do I feed my heart? What is my routine, my everyday routine? What do I do for my 24 hours? What's the time for myself? Do I have a good sleep? Do I eat correctly? Do I take care of myself? first myself. Then what's the time for the family? That's my heart. What's the time for my soul? What's the time for my body? Do I exercise every day? What's the time for my work? Effective work. That means when I say I'm going to work, how many people I call? I call to present the product, to present the business. How many customers I will call every day? If I have a network, how many of my downline, of my line I will call? That's every day. How many trainings? What's my knowledge on the products, on the business, on the tools? And I know that by using the product, I can increase my knowledge. So when I use the product, I don't use them without thinking. The way I think when I use the product brings and enhances my knowledge. When I'm taking the soap, what do I feel when I use the soap? How do I feel? What does smell? When I use a tooth gel, what do I feel in my mouth? What do I do with the tooth gel? So you see that big goals, then you break it down and you say, if I do something every day, I will increase my experience. At the end of the year, I will have done it for 365 times. And when I do things, at the end of the day, I need to evaluate. How do I do it? What was my goal? I invited people for the my business presentation. How many show up? Why? Invited 100 people, nobody came. What was wrong? So that's the key to understand that I do things and I evaluate. And after my evaluation, I have to take decision. What do I keep? What do I drop? And what can be the innovation? What can I bring new? If I do it every day, I can correct my trajectory. You see, here is where I learn when I'm increasing. Here is where I'm not growing. So if something doesn't make me grow, just let it down or correct it. Don't keep it. It needs courage because sometimes we are in our comfort zone. We used to do things because we feel comfortable doing them. But do we achieve the result that we want? Yes. So we are now in 2025, and some figures, you need to know some figures. The number one in the world come from Japan. And Onami did in 1 year 65,000 cc. Yes, you heard correctly. Onami, one FBO, is top of the world, and with her network, she did 65,000 cc. That means that as an FBO, her network did every month more than 5,000. Yeah, you heard correctly. Every month. So the target now as an FBO is 65. After that, you have the 17, that means 1,000, more than 1,000 a month. So you need to have these figures. So if Japan is number one and your goal is to go over Japan, Japan is not far from 100,000 cc's. So you need to know that. So from where we are now, we're not just making figures. We want to have sustainable growth. So let's know, how do we grow from where we are? On the personal, family, network, and the country. It's not about comparing ourselves to the others. Is how do we grow a sustainable way? How are we trustful in our environment? Because after 25 years, you have met a lot of people in Nigeria. So you go, people know forever. What are the response when you talk about I'm forever a business owner? Are they welcome you? Or are they say upset that don't tell me about forever? So this is key. It is important to know. So this is key for us. So we have done this for 25 years. Trust. Do we have to rebuild trust, or can we go on with the trust? Well, people are trustful. Let's do them. Let's take from the experience. What did you do to be there again after 25 years? What can we learn from you? We have now the new tools. How do you do to be successful now in the new world with the digital? We need to learn that. How do we prospect with the digital? How do we keep the people? How do we sell? How do we retail? And how do we join these two, the physical and the digital? Because we know that at the end, we are the personal business. So after the contact, the digital contact, we need to meet physically. What are the criteria? How can we build a community where people can feel safe, respected, and recognized? How do we organize our network so that when they come in our network, they say, oh, I feel safe, I trust, I feel confident, and I feel recognized for all that I do. Yes, each of us has to build that. So we are in the wellness world. How can we feel well? How can I build a community? And how can I be financially happy? Growing with the 3 pillars will make Forever in Nigeria for the next 25 years a great contributor to hope, to happiness, to these million of people that are just waiting for us. Yes, we know that we don't reach for the moment every month. We are not talking about even 10,000 people that are coming by products. So the potential is huge in Nigeria. And from the experience, your leaders have built business everywhere in the world. That's forever. So it's not just a Nigerian company. So Forever Nigeria is celebrating 25th anniversary, but Forever in the world will be celebrating in May the 48 years of Forever. So you are benefiting, you belong to this family, to this Forever community, to world community of people who want to be well and to feel well and to look well. That's key for us. So let's celebrate 25th anniversary. We look back, we learn from the lessons, what make us grow, but what can we learn from our failures? So we need to learn from that. So we grow because we learn from our failures, not only from our successes. So that's key. So Daniel, Susan, and all the people that represent Nigeria is on top of the world. You are, it's not a potential. I'm not talking about potential. The 235 million people are there. It's not a potential, it's a reality. And these people need, the product are reality. The money is reality. Now we have to put all these together by the work. Work is potential, but if we do it every day, doing small by small, but every day, consistency will help us to be where we need to be. Nigeria, I trust you, it won't be tomorrow, but Nigeria, the place of Nigeria is to be number one. To be number one. You are not number one in Africa, but you need to be number one. There is no reason that Nigeria is doing less than other countries in Africa. With your 235 million, with your oil, with all your billionaires, you have everything. Let's do what is needed. But maybe the main thing that we need to find is to make sure that in our brain, in our head, we are confident enough to say that everywhere we go, we hear about Niger music. Number one. So people know Nigeria. You don't have to promote yourself. You are just to do the job. You don't have to promote yourself. We know the Nollywood. Everyone knows Nollywood. Everyone knows Niger music. But not everyone trusts product from Nigeria. Because you need to behave so that in Nigeria, we can trust each other. And that outside Nigeria, we can trust. When you say, I'm Nigerian, people trust you and say, okay, I can buy. For Forever has done the job. Forever is a trustful company. Greg and all have done so that now we have this aloe field where organic. Can you imagine that? That Forever has done the aloe, our main product, come from field where organic. You see the quality that we can say that we don't need to add pesticide and all these to keep our product. We do the right investment so that you have a top of quality of product. So let's do our parts. Let's be a trustful person so that when we bring a trustful product, people say, I want it. And if we want to trust, let's use them so that, look, I am drinking this every day. In my everyday routine, every morning, here is what I drink. You see me, before I start, when I talk to you, I drink. Here are what I say. Here is what I put on my skin. So trust me, because I trust myself, I trust the product, I trust the company. And I'm telling the truth, because what I tell you is the truth. So guys, I want you to make me proud. I want Nigeria. Next time, I don't want to have in the GLT, I want to have Nigerian in the GLT. I want to have Nigerian in the PAC 20. I want to have Nigerian, maximum of Nigerian at the global rally. I want to have the maximum Nigerian in the at the EMR. I want to have the maximum Nigerian everywhere where people say Forever is there. You have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the population, you have the money, irrespective of what you cannot master, the things in our hand. Let's work hard. Let's do it every day. And we'll be there. And Greg will be happy to talk and say, here is Nigeria is back again at where the place to be, number one. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel, and happy anniversary to everyone.
Thank you so much, JB. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give those emojis, let's give those clap emojis. Thank you so much, JB. I mean, I was moved when you talked about trust, truth, and compliance. Trust, truth, and compliance. These values are very key. These are very key values that we need to grow in the next 25. So JB, we appreciate you. You know, we love you. We appreciate you so much for all that you do, for us. I know you have other meetings, but we just had to squeeze it in today. We just had to squeeze it in today to make this happen. We really appreciate all that you do for us. And to buttress what you just said, we'll watch this video. We'll watch this video. It's just a very raw video that just came this morning, but let's listen to this. I don't know if you can hear it.
It's not screen here, which is our recognition screen of the brand new global leadership team for 2025. And so we grabbed the little camera and we're actually going to tell you who made the global leadership team before the big proper video comes out. I hope you're okay with that. I know the 25, 26 people FOP Japan, Akira and Yoki are back. The Suzukis, they were on the GLT 2 years ago. They missed it last year, fought hard, and welcome back. Good to have you guys back with us. A brand new Japanese FBO, Dana, and her business is on fire. And so welcome to the GLT. And Alice Zika, now let me get this right. Alice Zita, I haven't even met this lady yet, so I'm so excited. I'm embarrassed to say that, but so excited to get to know her and welcome her all the way from Burkina Faso. Can you believe that? It's amazing. Oh, dear friend, no, these guys don't need any introduction, right? Keiko Kabuna from Japan, welcome back to the GLT. Of course, we all know one of my best friends in the whole world, Jane Leach. Great to have her back on the GLT. Oh, Becky's back. This is great. Great to see you, Becky from South Africa. Wonderful to see you back on the GLT, mate. Welcome back. Welcome home. And you all guys know Joel and Andre Bonnefoy Paulet from France. Good to have those guys with us. Now we're moving up to the 10K. Let's see who made the 10K. Krishna Aurora from India. Welcome, Krishna. It's good to have you staying with us. Kobayashi's from Japan. This is great. Oh, brand new May made it. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. She's not been in the business very long. We'll tell her story from Japan, but fantastic to see her on the GLT at 10K as well. She jumped into the GLT at 10K. Wow. Oh, the Oshimas, these are a beautiful couple. Been with us for a little while on the GLT. Fantastic couple from FOP Japan. Now we move up into the 12.5Ks. Oh, yes, the Marina and Theodore Carnett from FOP Moldova. They've jumped up a level, so fantastic. Miho, she's jumped up a level too. This is amazing to see her moving up through the marketing plan. Oh, Nobile and Percy, let me think about this. They were GLT, they were probably out for maybe 4 years, got back in the business, got going again, and jumped back into the GLT at 12.5. Nobile, fantastic. Good to see you guys back. We missed you. Okay, 17.5. This is a big jump, man. 17.5. Need no introduction. Dear, dear friends of all of ours, and especially of mine and Greg's, Rolf and Dominic Kipp. Fantastic to see them back in the GLT. Such positive, consistent contribution to the GLT, and we appreciate it. And that must leave, oh my goodness, what? No, seriously, I haven't seen that number yet. 65,000 case credits. Let's just let that sit for a moment and ponder the impact of that. That's just unbelievable. Hanami and Koken Tagagi from FOPJ. I think they made the GLT, don't you? 65,000 case credits. My goodness. That's amazing. Anyway, we are the first people to see that list. In fact, I don't even know if the marketing department are going to be happy that I'm throwing this out early, but I was excited, and especially seeing all of those new entries. So congratulations to all of you. We'll be doing a proper formal video in the proper way here in just a couple of days, and we'll get it out to the whole world. But I wanted to jump in first and make sure that you knew ASAP. To the old GLT for 2024, thank you for all that you did. We appreciate all your effort. We appreciate the work you did. For those that just missed, hey, please stay focused, and we'll see you again on the GLT next year, like a lot of these guys that did a re-entry. And don't forget, you probably made it to the Pac 20, and we'll do a little bit more about that later. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you, everybody. Hey, let's grow forever.